Hi folks, today we'll be looking at phrasal verbs with look, which you may not know. Hi folks, welcome to English Inside Out. I'm Naomi.
And I'm Renzo. This video is the start of a new series on phrasal verbs, which is something a lot of learners find tricky, almost at any stage of the learning process. We're also going to start another series on idioms, so subscribe to make sure you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started with our 10 phrasal verbs with look.
So the first phrasal verb we have for you is look up. And this means to improve. Perhaps you're talking about your health, your finances, or your life in general. For instance, I can say, your English is looking up, which means your English is improving. And I'm pretty sure that's right, okay?
That's great. Number 2, look after somebody. And I don't mean to take care of somebody. There's a second meaning, which means to negotiate or haggle over the price of something, especially in a street market where the prices are not fixed. You may have seen this when you go on holiday. You go to one of those street markets, you want to get some souvenirs and you want to get a bunch. And you ask for the price, right? And then the vendor says it's 15 euros. And you say, it's too expensive. And the vendor says, don't worry, I'll look after you. That doesn't mean that he's gonna be taking care of you. That means I'll get you a deal. I'll give you a discount. Okay, so that's what it means.
So, phrasal verb number 3 is look forward to something. And this is when you're excited about something that's going to happen in the future. Perhaps a holiday that you've got planned. I'm looking forward to my holiday in the Caribbean this summer, for instance. And this phrasal verb is really useful as well because we often use it at the end of formal letters. We say, I look forward to hearing from you, which means I'm expecting a response from you.
Number 4, look around for something or look round for something. And that means to look for something in different places. For example, this afternoon I'm going to the shopping center in order to look around for a new watch or for new trainers. That means that you're going to be visiting different shops and possibly buy, the watch or whatever that you want best in one of those shops. But first you're going to be looking around, okay?
So, phrasal verb number 5 is to look up to somebody. And this means that you admire somebody. Perhaps it's a sports star that you admire. You're a fan of a football team and he's a member of that team. Or maybe it's somebody in your personal life. For instance, I've always looked up to my grandmother. She always stays strong despite many difficulties.
That's great. Number 6, to look at something. And I don't mean to stare at something. I mean to think about something, to consider or to study something. Like today we're going to be we're not going to be looking at the phrasal verbs written on a piece of paper. We're going to be talking about it. We're going to be, delivering the content about it. Or look at your essay. Have a look at the mistakes. So study, revise your essay so you can realize how many mistakes you've made or something like that.
Yeah. So our 7th phrasal verb is look into something. And this means that you try to find out more about something. For instance, Tom is starting to look into pension plans for his retirement. This means that Tom is researching the different options until he finds the perfect one for him.
That's great. Number 8, to look down on somebody. And this phrasal verb has a negative meaning. And it means to think that you're better than someone or superior to someone, to treat them disdainfully. So a lot of rich people look down on poor people. They think they're less, they're not good enough for society.
So phrasal verb number 9 is to look back on something. And the on something is optional. It means to think about the past. For instance, don't waste time looking back, instead focus on the present, which means don't regret the past, instead concentrate on the now.
Yeah, and it can be used in a positive way.
That's true.
For instance, from time to time, I like to look back on my childhood because it was wonderful and I have great memories.
Yeah, absolutely. So shall we move on to the very last phrasal verb of today, number 10, Renzo?
Absolutely. Number 10, look ahead. And that means to think about what's going to happen in the future. For instance, a lot of people nowadays are looking ahead to the summer holidays. And that's quite reasonable because it's very hot today.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's 30 degrees and it's not even summer.
I'm dying here. So if you enjoyed this video and found it useful, please hit the like button.
And don't forget to subscribe to continue receiving amazing content like this. And as I said before, we're going to start another series on idioms. So in order for you not to miss out on any of the upcoming episodes, please subscribe.
And hit the bell notification as well. That's really important so you know when the videos are ready for you.
Have a great day, okay?
And keep learning.